here to open up Ancient. It's aggression around this main push. IEM trying to thread the needle, only going to get out with one as Rain and Frozen deal with that double A main play out of NAVI.
Nice clear for FaZe, even after they hear those Julies rattle off. It might have to cancel here. They've been blocked by a smoke in their face. And despite FaZe laying down a full execute into this bomb site, NAVI have the control.
Up through ramp, Bit hears this and plays early. Gonna knock Rain out as he was on his route to go plant that bomb. Brokey instead tries to plug in the numbers with Elige, providing cover, and he will. Scale one back onto Bit, allowing you to ease into this 2v2 post plant a little. The one guy who never got too comfortable here is Brokey. You're hoping Elige can stop them from crossing, allowing Brokey to play a little bit later, swing out on Elige's contact. Nade rains in. Brokey with a peek. They know where both players are, but does that make it any easier for NAVI? No, it won't. Brokey and Elige tee up a 2-on-3 for FaZe Clan. So no room for a slow start on Brokey this time around.
Oh, little pistol whip for the newer NAVI edition. But FaZe meanwhile are going for this A attack. Karrigan goes back to clear IEM, who will hold strong, getting an upgrade as well, setting them up for a retake without a kit.
Oh, that's a crazy shot for Wonderful. And he's not content with just the first. Frozen still offering a fight up here. The Wonderful Deeg's already claimed one from the ranks. Frozen will have his work cut out for him and can't convert on both. It's left it to Rain. Set up back in main, and the distance getting closed by NAVI. They get on this bomb with players to cover. Rain's time to swing out and stop this is fast expiring. Trying to take these fights on the two players. Watching over that defuse, he can't pick up the 1-on-3. And so, on the back of this force, NAVI
oh, lazy clear. Pistols can't trade him. IEM just mows them down. And Elige's solo AK retrieved by a flawless round from NAVI.
Even seeing IEM there shows Karrigan and the rest of FaZe that they were red. In this moment too, Karrigan not with the pack, so he's very reliant on his teammates knowing exactly when and how they want to go and react off of this mid control. I have an overarching idea of how he wants the round to play out, but doesn't have eyes on. Rain. That's one hell of a kill to pick up. Goes back and secures this route in through Donut. They might lose Karrigan, but they've gained space out on A.
Oh, the lineup for IEM appears, but Rain runs through his bullets. A hailstorm on this A site. That's Rain a double entry, and FaZe plant their feet in the post plant. Alexi's going to flash his teammate back in, try and give this a go. They've got nades to ease the load, but a smoke would go so much further. Wonderful opts not to do it. Molly goes out, his teammate falls in the meantime. And Wonderful double peeked, almost converts the spray. Brokey shuts the round down, and FaZe do it for a second. A team whose core was in that grand final last year would have made vast changes to look to cement themselves at the top of Counter-Strike stature. Can this new addition be the difference maker? Finding Elige early in middle. NAVI back out. FaZe come from cave side, and Rain gets his entry, allowing a bit of space towards B. Space that NAVI want to make up for, rotating IEM back to spawn. He had a great map yesterday. Can he channel that again? Rain prolific on these wallbangs, but doesn't want to announce his B presence as FaZe scoot up ramp together. Block is perfect. Oh, Karrigan could catch him. Undecided on the position, Karrigan with the hard clear.
Oh, even ready for Wonderful, but can't land the follow-up. Just a one and done for Carrigan, but it's given info across for Brokey, and he manages to get away from Ema. Frozen's not so lucky, but a bomb plant open. Brokey in this clutch, the molly to force him wide, and already make him feel very uncomfortable. Limited in terms of the positions Brokey could look to flee to. And with Cave confirmed to be empty, there's really only one spot left. Back of the sight swing is held. Both players' eyes fixed on Brokey's position.
Yeah, it felt like there was nowhere to go, right? He could have maybe crossed ramp in the downtime, but they know they've got to clear the bomb site out first.
Have to keep their heads screwed on, because this is about to get very overwhelming. First shot from Wonderful misses. Here's Makazi to pick up the slack. They will lose Wonderful on that Carrigan push, but it's the only kill found in the round, and that leaves Carrigan alone with this scavenged AWP. Gonna roll back the years on this one as Carrigan getting charged at. They won't give him the respect in that 4v1.
4 kills from Makazi as well to clean up that eco. Very scary round when Wonderful lets that player cross in. Yeah, I even think FaZe slowing down in that, 5v5 donut control was surprising. I thought they would just go through with the real estate. Instead, this round they pop into middle, they meet their maker, AWP and a rifle, bear down upon FaZe. Confidence shattering start to this gun round.
Promising for Rain. And look at the rotation that's drawn out of NAVI. That one kill brings the whole defense kind of shuffling one spot to the right on the minimap. They trade out positions to get a second man over to B. Ema will be here in time.
No resmoke, it's faded. Molly will have to do. And it does nothing. Missed Molly.
I mean, Ema getting his hands on this AK has proven to be a very big problem for FaZe Clan. He's had tremendous impact from the moment that rifle's come out for him.
Just poor Molly placement. It doesn't spread to his position. He's able to get 2 kills from it.
And whenever they have, it's always felt a little too slow to actually get ahead of NAVI. The problems are running very deep for FaZe Clan right now, and this is their pick in the series. This is where they got their win last time these teams faced off. On this B-pop, they get destroyed. Not even a kill found. Precision from Bit.
Dude, that was clean, clinical for Bit. One player gets past him, he goes back around the pillar and taps out 2. Is there more in the tank? Rain's been reliable in this position.
Yeah, I think that's the part that's hurt the most is Rain up here in Cave has been that one reliable piece. And now to open up this round, NAVI come through with something purely to disrupt Rain. It ends up with the rest of FaZe getting abolished on that push out through mid.
It's a perfect read for NAVI because the one thing FaZe have been doing to great success and simply is just getting heaven control, popping laid out middle. And now FaZe fear of this mid control surely as they get ripped away from it in 2 rounds. That is a missed elbow smoke. That potentially allows a Legion opener, but he won't overcommit. Alexi, a nightmare. Ever present.
What do you do now? The one guy who was kind of able to create space for you was Rain. And in these last few rounds, he's been on the receiving end of some orchestrated pushes out through Cave just to deal with him. Elige plays this final round of the half, never even getting to fire a bullet, dead to the nades in mid. 3-11, his scoreline on FaZe's pick at halftime.
He's had some trouble in the FaZe jersey. This map will maybe be one more of them. This should be a hard clear for Carrigan. Onto Alexi. That opens up a world here for FaZe. Into the B-bomb site, Ema, a lineup available. Carrigan moving quickly through, takes matters into his own hands. Fighting desperately for a 3rd round at the end of the half. Carrigan has put on a clinic, 3 kills.
You're relieved to see it. You're thankful that Carrigan's been able to do this, but you're left with this feeling it shouldn't have to be him. 3 kills from the captain of FaZe Clan required for this 3rd.
Ooh.
There's a nice finish on it from Brokey, and that backstab from Frozen will come in. That Hail Mary push from Carrigan required for a 3-round half out of FaZe.
Yeah, and they did last time, didn't really help them on that conversion. Navi coming confident, flexing their muscles up ramp. Smokes land at the feet of FaZe, and they don't know where to look. Late Molly traps Carrigan in cave, but he's got the Julies at least to play with, gets himself 1 kill. Emo on the upgrade, and NAVI looking to flood out into this B-bomb site that's been conceded entirely. The smokes leave FaZe with no choice but to play retake.
This round represents your lifeline on your map pick. And so everything's got to go right. It's not an awful start, could have been cleaner, but oh, it's a little awkward. Rain's able to make amends. Well, the other two finish the job. Tap on the bomb. It's actually the stick here. Frozen staying on it. They're going to start to chase him down, and no hope for Frozen, no kit for FaZe. It's a robbery from NAVI.
I really like that for NAVI because they make it look like they're going up ramp with an instant smoke and with some posturing on ramp, and FaZe dump their util and panic.
Top 5 rated player, he gets cut. They bring in Makazi, and so you want to feel like this change, you know, bought some energy and left NAVI in a position to still vie for those playoffs, for those trophies. That's why you made the change. Their goal with this roster, trying to get to these playoffs, and if they can get there convincingly, it's a great sign of the times. This boost up in mid nets a kill for FaZe. Levels out this round. On a moment of ingenuity over the smoke, but will it come to matter? Brokey and Frozen both get swept aside, and Rain is living on borrowed time in the red room. Thank goodness he has that smoke to keep himself in the round.
Oof, barely. Oh.
Bit expected a bit more respect there. Rain just comes straight through. And so FaZe are in with a chance. It's Rain and Carrigan. And now just Carrigan locked in this 1v1. He delivered FaZe their 3rd round of the half with a stellar series of entries. It's a clutch here in the 1v1 to deny map point to NAVI.
Yeah, it looked like Wonderful wanted to play aggressive, then decides, hey, I should just play it smarter, pull back Donut, but I think if he stays on his line, he's probably going to close it out. Carrigan has MP9, he gets close, Wonderful makes a step.
Elige still 3 kills to his name. He's been stuck there for a long time.
Oh.
Frozen barely recovered, bad to worse for Elige as the smoke spam connects.
Yeah.
Right now, this whole game is Carrigan and Rain trying to win rounds for FaZe.
It's just crazy. Ema gets the shot through the smoke, and then he keeps spamming so Makazi can go through, and Rain just walks in, not aware a player's gone deeper. Heads up move for Makazi. He's got this point of rotation. Severed. FaZe are gushing blood. Gone from the A site, Frozen headshot. This young talent looking really, really strong right now. And that brief window of opportunity closed, slammed shut in FaZe's face, as this is 12 for NAVI.
You know, that's one of the best talents NA ever produced. Finally, you know, linked up with this FaZe Clan squad after spending his whole career in Team Liquid.
NAVI don't look to slow down. They want to stomp FaZe out while they can. Walking through the cave, clearing their corners. Entry comes from the captain, Alexi. One more man stuck in the site, stuck between fire and flame. He gets spammed through the smoke. And this is how it goes on a repeat matchup. On a game, FaZe won 13-11 in the first of the group stage. They meet their maker. NAVI, domination along the whole map. Never a shot. And they sit one map away from those playoffs.
And here's the thing, if you're going to have a slow start, NAVI will take that in their stride. The decision to replay them on Ancient hurts for FaZe Clan as NAVI evolve. You cannot hold this all round, and so eventually they might start making moves to try and piece together what NAVI are doing. The question becomes, will that happen before this B hit? As NAVI already have that util primed. There's the block from Frozen. This is what the nade is for on Alexi.
Nade, flash, both in tandem. NAVI comes storming into this bomb site, but they meet the pistols of Frozen with a double. Nothing comes easily. Bit making a move to flank this Ruins player. Karrigan's read it though, and comes back for the kill. Oh, Goosh. But this should be too much for Wonderful in a 1v4. Cleans up his first kill, but so low on health. FaZe are all here.
And they're all looking on. You even have Rain ready to swing out from Banana. He doesn't have to go yet. And so Wonderful isolating these fights is going to feel impossible. You're going to go from fighting 1 to fighting 3 very, very quickly. FaZe without a clear picture as to where this one's heading. They will siphon resources away from that triple B hold. Go and reinforce A, moving Karrigan back round. He's going to beat the util as well, playing ahead of it. It's the first. Rain takes it one step further, out through the apartments. NAVI gets shut down. Only Ema remains in the server.
Oh, he could have, maybe. Maybe he still can. Got to get that bomb, got to go quick with a stick, but they've already moved around the long side, and he's being played with. Not to be. FaZe collapse upon the bomb site. Rain with 3 kills.
Victory is within your grasp, but that can sometimes add more pressure than staring elimination dead in the face. Fast out towards long. Broky's got a handle on this. Even able to stick the... Oh my god, it was Rain to get that one mid-air. Wonderful. How much more exciting can this round even get? Surely we're at a limit, and Elige will stop him in his tracks.
Calm down, everybody. Calm down. We're seeing FaZe get very pumped up, though.
Well, Makaze at least fares far better against the Banana util in this round. But retake nades in from FaZe. They'll feed Wonderful, who just gets put up on the boost in time. One more player in at the B site. It's Elige. But under the microscope all series long. Now the only hope of a B defense, and gets run through.
It's a great shot for Alexi. Elige just missing those timings on his peaks. Gets peeked into instead, and FaZe have to save. That's one way to break in for NAVI. Just a solid banana take. They don't rush it too much. Makazi gets in the logs. Re-mollies. Wonderful on the boost.
Nades exchanged at Banana. It's about time Makazi came out the one doing the damage as opposed to receiving it.
Oh, FaZe love this double app setup with the AWP as well. How the hell did NAVI survive it? A missed shot for Brokey, and it goes worse. Elige tries to push it off Boiler, just gets headshot. Unable to initiate. The kill comes to him again. And Brokey break on the smoke. That's something at least, but NAVI have overwhelmed this bomb site, and Karrigan unable to defend. Might force the save for FaZe again. NAVI onto 2.
They can find this third round, they break FaZe's money, and then NAVI really start to take control over the game.
Heard Makazi offer his spawn in the warm or in the freeze time. NAVI make the most of it. Darting up B for that first entry kill. It looks like they want to commit here. Are they sure? FaZe now have 3 players in position, but the kills keep coming through. The break on that smoke gives Elige something. Jumping out, Ema 1 health. 2 on 3, it's a bit of an awkward position. They choose to give up the bomb site. Could that be their undoing? FaZe uncertain, Rain still back in pit. So if NAVI find a clean kill at this point in the round, the odds tip heavily in their favor. Low health is always going to feel like the issue though, but no HE on this side of the map, just Elige's Molotov. It's not in position to stop it. Cover is good. Oh,
You don't want to give this one over. A 3v2. A rarity for FaZe. They had the advantage for a moment. IEM still survives at 1 HP. And just his presence, just the threat of a second player adds a lot of stress into this retake. Brokey needs a clean opening. There's the swing out. Can't get it past Bit. Rain now left scrambling in this 1v2. Can't set a foot right. NAVI. Every round is theirs. That's their third in a row. Starts to hurt even more when you think about how one-sided Ancient was. NAVI not only did their homework, but I think they've done a fantastic job of giving themselves a leg up in the veto. Even in the world where there is this FaZe recovery, Mirage is the decider, is a home map for this NAVI squad.
speeding up.
So at every turn, they felt a step ahead of FaZe Clan. Let's see if that can keep up and move them into the lead. And Liege back at the site, feeling a lot of pressure, will bite down for a second. FaZe have let NAVI tie this game up. Do they let them take the lead? Makazi, as the new addition in the NAVI jersey, left to clutch. They know where he is, but he's letting some silence creep in here. And with that, there's more options for FaZe to consider. There's timings he could have hit, gaps he could have found. FaZe, as a result, shuffle around in the 2v1, and they will locate him.
Doesn't stop NAVI on their pace. Oh my.
It's a very awkward death to give away and not something you're expecting, but we've talked about how Wonderful's kind of role within this team has looked to change, looked to adapt, as NAVI have now undertaken changes as well. Wonderful's look to be involved in a lot more of these opening fights. And he gets all the reward from it. 2 kills from his AWP signal the end of this round.
Such a ballsy entry route to run up top mid like that with an AWP and peak boiler.
And it just gives Alexi an extra tool to work with.
Oh, that's BS.
To uplift the floor, make everything feel more consistent. FaZe might have high heights in their chaos, but it's in games like this where key players go quiet, the comms dry up a little bit. That's where your longevity can really be affected. 4v4 in this round as the trades come down over towards top banana. But NAVI are in no rush. AWP dropped back in the spawn for Wonderful, and a bounty of nades as well. He's going to retrieve that. As far as NAVI are concerned, they're more than willing of using the full brevity of this clock here. Here's FaZe with an attempt to re-aggro into top banana. Last time this boost demolished it. And this time it's a double setup that sends Karrigan on his way. Said at times on the first map, it felt like Rain and Karrigan were the only two with any output. Can Rain be the backbone of FaZe Clan? There's the swing. Clean stuff for the first. Won't survive, won't get past Bit, who on those headshot angles finds a way to thrive. It comes down to this 2v2, and with advanced positioning on IEM, Bit backing off into the pit with the AWP. A long sight line, a smoke down, IEM ready to play off of Bit's contact. This will not be easy for Elysian Karrigan.
One shot's all it takes, and it's perfectly placed. Bit finds his kill onto Karrigan, still with the headshot despite AWPing. Elige, this one's too far gone. He has no idea. He's being flanked by IEM, who takes it all the way. 7 rounds to NAVI as they sit minutes away from the cathedral of Counter-Strike. Bit hears a lot of steps. His team is stacked to the B side right now, so he needs to live by a few seconds. They charge up long, and Bit stays in the apartments. Mid-rounding here for FaZe, but still looking like they want this A site. They're getting fast flanked. Inside of the smoke is Karrigan, calling everything around him, but that will fade soon as Makazi comes through. Karrigan holds it down. Makazi got a kill onto Brokey before that headshot, and so NAVI now sit with the advantage as they move in.
Had to be crazy quick to pull that one off. And in doing so, NAVI 4-on-3 in this retake, 2 up through short. Alexi lobbing in flashes for Moto, blind FaZe Clan, and that's when NAVI intend to strike. It's not panned out. Rain and Frozen, the hailstorm of FaZe Clan in the pistol, finds success. What was feeling like the best laid of plans might just play in NAVI's hands after all. IEM here, ready for a flash out of the spawn. Alexi throws his first. There's the second volley. IEM struggles to break through, but the rest of NAVI follow him into the chaos, into the fray. NAVI on their force have the reply.
Just running through the smoke, the freedom of the force buy round, and NAVI feel no fear. Vibe for NAVI has been very strong, and FaZe flustered.
And look, we see FaZe are the team that thrive in the chaos. Well, NAVI made some of their own there. What's Elige going to be able to do with this Deke? That's not a bad way for this round to start. Oh my god, smoke spam, even connecting. Bit figured out in the apartments. They know he was here. Gonna line up one more. How much more can Bit do? It's only Elige. 1 versus 3. 2 kills to his name already, and the spot on all 3 players on the long side. NAVI trying to close the distance, running right into Elige with those SMGs, and they churn him up. Clutch denied. NAVI hold the fort. Because they've been dealt a handful of fast rounds, so they've been keen at using some of this util. There's one of those nades they were hoping to avoid. Wonderful. Holds on to it and makes it sing. Frozen out of the round, has to watch on as his teammates and the fate of FaZe Clan is now in their hands.
Got to smoke that molly, got to run through. It's a missed shot that opens up opportunities for FaZe, but they still need to stick these kills. Elige will. IEM back from pit. The sole defender crunched by Elige through the long smoke, and maybe we've got a chance here for FaZe. 3 kills from Elige.
This is the Elige we were missing on that opening map. This is what he can bring to the table. 3 from Elige as he's let off the leash and runs riot through the back line of NAVI. Alexi doesn't look entirely done. He feels like he has unfinished business here. There's a voice drawing him in. But he's going to go no further, surely. So much time off this bomb, just looking for damage. Wants to make it a very expensive round for FaZe Clan. Even in victory, Alexi finds a way to make it hurt. Everybody dies for FaZe. It's a costly round win, but a round win nonetheless.
And that's what they've got to look towards, right? Elige coming through late in this game after a stinker on Ancient. Well, Frozen living here is scary. NAVI might not be ready. He's anti, turns in too late. Already dead at that point. Mikaze committed. They know he's here. They run him down. Upgrades gifted to FaZe, but time wasted. Health wounded. NAVI don't have any more blocking utility. HE and a flash to stop this eventual execute, and it looks like it will be on this B-bomb site when FaZe throw in smokes. Trying to elicit reaction. When nothing comes down, they know this is the open runway to win the round.
Last time we had Frozen full first, Elige went on a tear to make up for it. But this time he's wounded. This time he'll get finished off. IEM, hell, why not just take it all right now? As IEM stands tall, NAVI will break through. And that comes from nowhere. That's a B site under threat, a B site under peril. A comeback staring NAVI in the face. And IEM, it just rolls off his back. 4 kills in defense of this B site. And a stellar hold.
Just feels like a crushing defeat for FaZe. The Cathedral calls for NAVI again. Time and time. Do they make it to these playoffs?
Here's the run through Elige, double entry, double open. And so FaZe have one more round to play. Liege has made sure of that, and nearly 20 kills deep here on the T side.
It just hurts even more when you consider just him disappearing in that first game. And sure, he's had a couple of really heroic individual rounds in this map. That big 3K on the T side to get FaZe their gun round. This one here as well, saving them against match point. FaZe 30 seconds. Again, it has to be a lost moment hit into this A-bomb site. Alexi is out of position for now.
Flash out on long. Alexi opens. They learn about this pit setup. They know about one. Are they ready for IEM? Can't control that AK. It's more openings from Liege. An important trade. And the site taken. NAVI in two minds about what to do here. Makazi's laid down his life in a fight that Wonderful didn't want to take.
Yeah, it looked like someone made the save call. He believed it, and then he changed his mind. Like, no, I've got this. I can maybe open up this round. Throw himself in. FaZe are just going to go for B execute, it looks like. This mid player's probe for a kill. They see the AWP. That should just send them back. There's no reason to commit with the AWP on short side. They try and cut him off on long. IEM gets his double. Not like this, FaZe. 3 on 5 into the pistols. The sooner they go, the better.
They have to try and power through now before NAVI can arrive on this rotate. It's a matter of time for FaZe. The rest of NAVI are coming. The cavalry are on their way. Alexi keeps NAVI interested, keeps them very interested indeed. That's a lineup on the smoke spam. Carrigan and Frozen, 2v2 to keep FaZe in Cologne. It makes his way up. Bit dies straight away. And now Wonderful has a very awkward clutch to try and break through. Knows about a player at the back of the site, goes hunting, and there's that swing from Carrigan.
No right to be in this game, FaZe. No right to still be in this tournament in that 3v5. Sure, they find the weaker bomb site, but still, the damage from IEM, the kill from Alexi, they are lucky. Wonderful misses that crossing shot.
If they fail on finding the playoffs now, they have no money left. With FaZe just a round away.
Yeah, it's going to be a save if they lose the first couple of fights here. Wonderful ticks in that Molotov. FaZe ready to pounce on him. All gets caught off guard. Bit still gets 1 for 1. The rifle peeks the molly on long. IEM, 20 health, still surviving again. The call comes from Wonderful. Can he hold strong once more? Or will he be the way in for FaZe? They walk back.
Calling for a reset. Grouping at Banana. And believing that this B play can keep FaZe in Cologne.
He's in.
Alexi makes it to the back of the site. They've been burned, not clearing this before. And this time in the cross, IEM looks to put a bow on it. A lot of damage inflicted.
Surely not.
They've been in this position once before. A failure to stick the landing on a 3v2. Plant will get found. It's Rain and Frozen. This duo with many a round attributed to their names, but they lose Rain. Frozen now is under tremendous pressure, and usually good for it. Not now. Shut down. NAVI steal away those playoffs. They stop the FaZe comeback in its tracks. Quarterfinals secured at their debut with Makazi in the roster.